Thanks, Sean. The Hot Shot series has been with PlayStation from the very beginning.
And now it's available for everyone.
And its latest installment, Everybody's Golf Hot Shots,
Not published by Sony.
Compete in course.
Like, what is that even supposed to mean? Not published by Sony? You do understand that they own this intellectual property. I find it so funny that you got PlayStation fanboys like MBG out here damage control and talking about it's not published by Sony, but yet they own the intellectual property. It's damage controlling at its finest.
From 10 different regions around the world, each with weather effects and new nighttime variants.
Like, what are you upset about?
Pre-orders begin.
You're upset that everybody's Hot Shot Golf can be enjoyed by everyone?
Today. And those who do will get Bandai Namco's iconic.
That's a Sony-owned IP,
but
they're like, we ain't publishing that shit, son.
It doesn't matter. It says it right there. Sony Interactive, developed by Bandai Namco Entertainment. It says, are registered trademarks of But he want to sit there and act like Sony didn't put this game on the Nintendo Switch. Like, what is wrong with you PlayStation fanboys, man? Still believing in the concept of exclusivity. It's not published by Sony! Well, guess what? Well, then, according to you, Doom Dark Ages wasn't really published by Microsoft, even though they own the intellectual property. But if anything, it was published by Bethesda. But you would still sit there and go as far to say that we're taking your alleged beloved Xbox exclusives, but yet for some reason that doesn't apply to this game because it's not published by Sony. Really? You a grown man acting like a little child. Now I see as to why you got your light off, man. Even your cat, like, man, please make sure that I'm not on this camera. I'm tired of this damage controlling that you keep doing. It says it right there. Hot Shots Golf and Hot Shots are registered trademarks of Sony Interactive Entertainment. Licensed, hold on, let me see. Licensed, look at that, by Sony Interactive. And you're going to sit there and act like, oh, that's not a Sony game. I don't know what people talking about. That ain't a Sony game. Oh, really? Well, according to the, the little text here, it is. Wow.
Dude, what are they doing? They're dropping all these games in the same week.
With myself, and I gotta say, Now, no, hold on. Now, does this mean Death Stranding 2 is gonna suck? No. Does this mean I ain't excited for Ghost of Tsushima? No. But what this does mean is Sony, what the fuck? That's what that means.
Look at this. Every time we keep talking about PlayStation, they just keep leaving you guys with disappointment. But for some reason, Nintendo, Xbox, PC gaming is dying, and nobody can touch Sony. This man went as far to act as if Hot Shots Golf wasn't licensed and trademarked by the same company just so he could say, well, it's not, Sony doesn't own this intellectual property, it's Namco. Oh no, Sony does. And the fact that you even try to damage control that, knowing that that game's dropping on PC as well as the Nintendo Switch, goes as far to show you that this whole exclusivity argument that you ponies like to keep talking about is irrelevant. And what's even more funny, PlayStation barely showed y'all any games, man. You know when they said, oh, the PlayStation Showcase ain't nothing but an Xbox Showcase? Well, that's exactly what this was. Because every game that PlayStation showed, I can more likely pick on Xbox, besides probably Neo 3 and maybe a few other like Twisted Metal classic catalog games that I could play through my Xbox dev mode anyway in 4K 60, mind you, if you even bother to care about that. But yeah, this was disappointing, man. I mean, the fact that you guys were excited. I mean, Dreamcast guy didn't even drop a video because he know how bad it is. But if it was Nintendo or if it was Microsoft, you ponies will be on it like flies on crap. You people know this.
This means Sony, it is summer showcase time. What the fuck? All right? We just, listen, guys, a Fair Games trailer, then 10 minutes of the studio talking about Marvel.
Well, I mean, that's all they really had. I mean, yes, they did show some good things like the Mortal Kombat collection. That's something I more likely would support. But in regards to, the reason as to why people pick up a PS5, I'm sorry. The state of play did not give me that reason. We didn't even see anything in regards to Intergalactic or even Marvel Wolverine. Like, that is ridiculous. If anything, we've seen a Marvel fighting game before we even see Marvel Wolverine. Sony's got to get it together, man. Like, there's got to be at least one time, right? At this point, the state of play for Sony is like a 99.9. It's like those Febreze bottle, how it kills 99.9 germs. Failure rate as to the excitement of what's going on with these state of plays. Like, I can never get excited for this. It's always disappointment.
Like, yeah, I mean, MGS Online, we're back in the game, baby. I'm done, bro. I'm going to become a Metal Gear Online YouTuber, streamer.
You see that, Sony? Well, you could do that even on Xbox. I mean, because the game is third party, right? See, this is all you PlayStation fanboys talk about. It's third party, third party, third party. What about exclusives? Like you said, besides Death Stranding 2 and Ghost of Yotei, which we already know about, what has PlayStation really shown?
Member for 24 months says, okay, it was not that bad, but I do need to know where the Wolverine is. Just please tell me I need it. Bro, the wildest thing is that we got a whole ass Marvel PlayStation game announced with gameplay and an entire developer dev diary. Leo Jimmy says, MBG money. Japanese games. Show was banger. Sorry, making my mic peak. Neo 3, dude, looks like MGO.
Look at this.
Please.
Look at this. Look at what PlayStation fanboys got to do, man. They got to pray to hope that they get some games, man. Don't worry. Microsoft will make sure they take care of you guys during the holidays. Because as of right now, PlayStation is giving me no reason as to why I own this darn thing. If the best games that we're seeing or the best games that I'm being shown can be played on PC as well as another platform that I own, what is the point of PlayStation 5? You guys told people in this community that the PS5 is all about exclusivity, but yet time and time again, we still don't even know what's going on with Marvel Wolverine, even though that game is dropping next year. Do you understand how embarrassing this is, man? PlayStation, y'all got to get it together, man. But I guess baby steps look pretty good since it's coming out in September. I mean, if that's something that you guys are looking forward to playing. I mean, at this point, PlayStation ain't nothing but a joke.
Let me have this. Let me have it. That pragmatic game, Pragmata, that was blatantly aimed at the market. They abandoned America and Europe. Got games coming. We know.
Third party.
But very weak showing from PlayStation Studios.
Woo! Let's hear it again.
You know, it feels like
it's... Tell me how it feels.
I don't know, man. It was a very weak showing from PlayStation Studios. And that's what...
But we got 75 million hardware sales, though. You know, we the market leader.
I go into a state of play.
We the market leaders.
You know, looking forward to the most. I mean, no, see, I get where you're coming from, where you're like, PlayStation's dying. I get where you're coming from, but it's like objectively not true.
Yeah, PlayStation is. And I'm going to explain to you as to why. Maybe not the platform, but in regards to the likeness of their very own projects, yes. I'm sorry, man. Remember the output of PS2 and PS3 where Sony was out here dropping bangers after bangers? Now you got Sony practically dropping nothing, making money off third-party games at this point. The essence of why people pick up a PlayStation is gone. You guys can't even use that argument anymore. Because every game that you hyped up for, which happens to be Metal Gear Solid, whatever, 3 Remake, that's also dropping on PC and Xbox. So what appeal does PlayStation really have now at this point?
It's Sony's doing, if anything, that's why Sony's so chill with these shows, because they're doing fine, for better or for worse. They're you know, this is what they're choosing to do with their shows, and I'm not going to take the position of getting overly defensive, like people should be positive or they should force positivity. I'm not going to get overly negative because I'm not going to sit here and lie and tell you that I didn't see anything I liked. That would be a lie.
Yeah,
right?
But were any of those games made by PlayStation? Not very many. Games that we already knew about.
I'm going to tell you that for a Sony show in the summer showcase season, that wasn't very good. It just wasn't very good, man.
It's never good.
On the eve of the Switch 2 release, the worst Sony generation. Leo Jimmy says, MBG money, I'm about to be on my 600-pound life because I'm eating good over here. Neo 3, MGO, are you kidding me? Even James...
Metal Gear Solid, those are third party. Both of those games you're mentioning are third party.
Bond looks good.
Yeah, but they're third party. That completely goes against y'all argument. You tell people that people pick up a PS5 for exclusives and you keep bringing up games like Metal Gear. The game is also available on Xbox and PC. So this whole facade that you guys have put up that people pick up my console for exclusives is clearly a blatant lie. It's been exposed.
Like what they should.
And the funny thing is, even about Neo is not even made. It's made by Koei Tecmo, which is even more embarrassing.
Have done with Indiana Jones. God damn, Leo Jimmy is feeling it.
Trash. Speechless.
I want to do the Japanese voice, but
he knows there's nothing to talk about, man. MBG, you one of the least credible people in this community, and I'm going to sit there and tell you guys that state of play was garbage, man. It has a 99.9 ratio of it being trash. There's never a time where the state of play is actually any good. If you want to say it's good because you've seen a few third-party games that look promising, but guess what? Those games are coming out to other platforms. I can guarantee with that arcade Mortal Kombat collection, I mean, yeah, there was really nothing spectacular. There was nothing that made me say, oh, this is what PlayStation's about. These are the type of games that PlayStation is known. Nope. Instead, we hear about third-party games that are going to be offered to everybody, which I'm not saying that people shouldn't be excited for them. But when you call it the PlayStation State of Play, well, guess what? I expect to see some PlayStation greatness. Okay, not just games that you see from everybody else. It's like a Nintendo Direct showing nothing but third-party games and ain't nothing exclusive to that platform. Why would anybody get excited for this trash?
Like, you can't understand it at all. Try Italian? William, let's see how you sound. I think that's fair. I think it's fair for me to, walk away from this being like, I would have expected at least one other first-party game announcement.
Nothing.
Alongside that. Like, when that 10-minute segment was up, I was like, okay, now here comes that, like, God of War 2D side-scroller or whatever, or Cory Barlog's game, and then it's just like, no, that's over, it's it. So yeah, I mean, they could have ended it with a live service game, which they're still not showing. So, William, listen, man. I think William's getting a lot of shit right now. But I'm not gonna be the fucking guy to sit here and tell you, wait till the fucking showcase. I'm not doing that. I am just gonna say though that
keep it 100.
Yeah, where the fuck are PlayStation Studios?
Well, guess what? Don't worry about that because PlayStation Studios will be replaced with Xbox Studios. Therefore, your PlayStation 5 ain't nothing but an Xbox Series P because the best games on PlayStation will be the best games that are available on Xbox and PC. So enjoy your Xbox Series P because this is what we was telling you. The more and more you guys continue to support Microsoft and their games, the less and less we'll see of PlayStation ones. Didn't I tell y'all that? Remember when I told y'all this, I think, what was it, a year or some change ago, where I told you that if you guys keep buying them Xbox games, you're going to see less exclusives from Sony, and now look what's happening. You're starting to see less and less PlayStation offerings, and PlayStation honestly doesn't care because they're making money through their subscription service. So the only people that are really being impacted is the gamers that did value the Infamous, the Killzones, and the Resistance. We're the only ones getting hurt in the end, but Sony don't care because they're still getting the money regardless because it's the de facto console. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, man, that state of play was trash. Most of those games you could pick them up on any other platform. So obviously the PlayStation state of play is everybody's state of play because all those games can be played on all those platforms. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. And like I said, take care. Peace out.